You know, if we really think about it, most of our lives are caught up in the pursuit of something, whether it be money, prestige, fame, or influence, leisure, pleasure, amusement, sex, toys, or just the next adrenaline rush. Let's be honest with ourselves. Most of us want to experience life at its fullest. I know I do. But are we leaving something out? What about the pursuit of wisdom and understanding of life's biggest questions? What about the pursuit of truth? Well, what is truth? Ask people this question and chances are that you will get many different responses. But first of all, especially in this postmodern era of pervasive relativistic thinking, we need to define what truth really is. Truth is factual. It corresponds to reality. It's not invented. It's not a majority decision. It is timeless and universal. It never changes, and it's narrow and exclusive. And because it is narrow and exclusive, today it would be deemed to be politically incorrect.
I think there's very few absolute truths in life. There might be a few. Anybody that thinks they're absolute, I think, lacks critical thinking skills and don't use their mind as well as they should.
I'm gonna say no, because there are a bunch of different religions and they might have their own truth. So I can't really say yes to that one.
Absolutely. There is one truth. That truth is Jesus Christ. He is the truth. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
There is objective truth that applies to everyone. An example is the value of life.
Yes, I think there is an absolute truth, yes. It's a good question.
No.
I mean, maybe?
Yes, there is objective truth.
Well, I think that truth comes from God.
Yes. You have to read about it in the Bible.
No.
There's no one universal truth.
And everybody has different truths.
I do believe in karma. I believe that is an objective truth.
So there really couldn't be a truth that everybody has to follow or apply to.
As a former journalist, I'd have to say no, there's no objective truth. But in reality, of course, there is objective truth.
Besides the obvious truths of the world, the creation, the universe that exists, there are also moral truths that apply to all people, such as murder, lying, stealing, fornication, adultery, etc. These are all wrong. And I believe these truths about the wrongness of these things were instilled in all of us by our Creator. And actually, they're also written in God's Word. These truths are not open to discussion. They are not relative, as some people have suggested or declared. God is a God of love, and He wants the best for each one of us. And that's why He put these parameters in place, these rules for us to follow. It's all for our own good and our best interest. And that is my opinion.
Truth is one of the few things that are absolute. Now, the facts that people use to validate their truths may not be absolute. But I think that the only time you're dealing with truth is when you're dealing with an absolute.
There's nothing higher than it. There's nothing higher than it. Any other value in our value system has to be subordinate to the truth. Without the truth, we have nothing. It's that important.
Hitler said, if you tell a big enough lie and tell it frequently enough, it will be believed. Again, knowing the real truth takes effort.
No, I think perspectives can change, but the actual truths always hold true. And whether we just had it wrong to begin with, the truth was always the truth.